Sonu Nigam, welcome to the show. Sonu, you have associated yourself with, as a patron-in-chief for the online music learning platform RTM Academy. You said that in that video which you posted on the YouTube that, while growing up, you did not have this kind of facility available to you. So is it your way to giving back to your first love, that's music?
Honestly, politically correct answer would be yes. But I live my life taking signals from the Almighty. There was no agenda that I had to give it back to society as such. I am just lucky that some people like, a project like RTM fell into my lap. And of course, I still value learning education of all kinds in my life. I always was a studious child. In academically, I was one of the strongest child in my school. But I could not study after 12th standard because I was in Mumbai. But I continued my education. I still read a lot. I still, surf the internet. I watch. Similarly, and in terms of music, I could not get an opportunity to learn under a proper master, a teacher, or a guru. Not everybody has these facilities. Although I was exposed to music, I was doing concerts from my childhood, but I never really got a chance to sit under like a student under somebody's uh, guidance and learn the intricacies of music. But now the times have changed. There is no reason for anyone to complain today. You cannot have an excuse today that I could not get the opportunity to learn because I did not have the sadhan or So today, because of RTM Academy, we are able to send teachers to your house, which we never had. This we didn't have this facility earlier. So the course that we have created in RTM Academy is something that, like, even I would want to learn from it, because we have done it collectively. Mr. Anand Vaidyanathan has helped us curating everything, and there are so many great people. I am one of the faces of. I am the patron in chief, but there are people who are sometimes much more senior to me. They're involved in this, and I'm so happy that some good people, some people with good intent have come together and with a mission to provide provide the learners and the students with music and the education of music in their homes.
So what courses will you be teaching? Like, is there a specific type of music that Sonu Nigam will be teaching to his kids?
We will be coming in the Masterclass. At this point, since we have a syllabus, it's not random. Thankfully, we have people who understand all of this. So we have devised courses, step 1, step 2, step 3, ऐसे ऐसे. We have done that. So बहुत विधिवत तरीके से सिखाया जाएगा music, सिखाया जा रहा है already, and I will be coming in the master class. It's not just me. We're going to be inviting people, celebrities, and Visheshagyas, as we call intellectuals, people who understand music, who have given their services to music, lives to music, studied music. We're going to get them as master teachers in the master classes in RTM.
Would you also be helping those kids and singers who wants to learn but don't have financial backing?
See, very recently there is a very interesting case that happened with us. An incident that happened. We found a very, I would say, people who want to learn, people who have an inclination to learn, as people who are very fortunate. Not many understand the value of education. A lot of people are over smart and they feel that okay, हम कर जाएंगे, हो जाएगा, हमें तो blessing है. ऐसा नहीं होता. Blessing होती है, but you have to keep learning. I'm 48 right now, and I keep learning. I still surf YouTube and learn some new rag or learn some new exercises. I keep learning today also. So we found this guy called Shakil who was playing guitars and singing something on streets, and he said that he wanted to collect some money for his education, music education. And we instantly spotted him, and I asked the academy, RTM Academy, to get in touch with him. And this is the spirit we want. We want learners under us. And we at RTM have actually been able to get him under our wings. And apparently, I was not there, but I was told that he was extremely emotional. He had tears in his eyes because he wanted to learn so bad, that when he got an opportunity right on his laps to learn under RTM, he was ecstatic about it. So we're very happy that we could make a difference to somebody's life like this. And I have a label called I Believe Music. I kept it a little hibernated during the lockdown because I didn't want to uh, create stuff during the lockdown, because it just whatever is created in lockdown gets a little negative vibes. So now that everything is getting opened up, we have huge plans, and one of the things would be to come out with collaborations with such young talents, and make a difference in their lives. How else can we contribute? My voice is my contribution. My talent is my contribution to people's lives. So if I can contribute through my voice, that's my contribution too. So I'm gonna make sure that people like Shakil can collaborate with me and some other people, and we can release some music and give them an exposure on my label, I Believe Music.
How cool, like being mentored by Sonu Nigam. But you just said you still learning new ragas and new skill. So what is the last thing you learned that helped you in singing?
I have, I only learned just a few ragas. I mean, I call them raga, of course. Ragas is very English, like Ganges and Rama and Krishna, and I don't. So, but anyway, raga. Let's call it raga only. So I knew a couple of ragas because of my the first guru, who Muhammad Tahir ji. I learned from him for 6 months before I came to Mumbai. But then, of course, I could not continue until I met Ghulam Mustafa Khan Sahab, who taught me one or two ragas for 1.5 years. But more than ragas, I learned voice culture under Ghulam Mustafa Khan Sahab. But I was very keen to know, various ragas, and I know the difference it makes. So I was self-teaching myself Madhuvanti rag. For a couple of years, I was doing that. But one day I was speaking to Padmaji, who's Suresh Watkarji's wife. And as usual, my tanpura is on, and I was practicing. So she said, Sonuji, are you practicing on Madhuvanti? And I said, Ji, I said, I'm trying to. Kati, why don't you try Shuddha Sarang? You're half Gadwali. I said, yes, Kati, you will love the Pahadi Rag. I said, okay. So, ठीक है, मैं सीखता हूँ. I will, you send me something. So before she could send me anything, I surfed the YouTube and I learned one of the bandish of the raga. So before she could send me, I said, Padmaji, I've learned one bandish. अब हमारी बात. So I learned it myself, and then she sent me some palta. So it's been about 6, 7 months. I've been just doing that one rag, and I'm going to keep doing it until I feel like uh, graduating to another rag. But at this point, I just want to just want to feel. I want to feel like Shuddh Sarang. So I'm doing that.
Then please give us few lines
It's
from that rag.
let me just give you. This is how I practice. Once again, this is my tanpura. This is the tanpura. This phone is only to be kept in my pocket. I don't use this phone. This is the tanpura. Whatever I've learned is this. I'm not perfect, but अब मोरे बात अब मोरे बात मान लो यार मान लो यार जाऊं तो फिर वारे 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 अब मोर निजरे मरे निजरे मम निजरे मम मरे अब मोरे बाम. So I've been doing this practice for the last 6, 7 months. So in Dubai, in my house in Dubai, we have a maid who's a Ugandan. She's a Ugandan maid who takes care of a lot of stuff in the house. So she has been listening to this throughout the day because I keep practicing in the morning, in the afternoon, at night. So for in the entire day, when she's passing around me, I'm doing Abu Mori Baat. So one day we caught her washing the dishes and singing Abu Mori Baat. So she also started doing Shuddha Sarang. So this is what music does. So we asked her, I mean, my sister-in-law asked her, hey, Rose, what are you singing? So she said, Boss sings it. Boss sings Ab Mori Baat. So we are training Ugandans also in our Hindustani music tradition.
You know, you're a self-made star, and you also now have your own label. And like you said, you'll be releasing singles on your music label. I want to know, how do you view your success today, Sonu, when you release your own songs?
Well, I'm very that way. I'm very clear and I'm very firm on my belief that you cannot take credit. No one can say that I am here because of you know my hard work and my talent and everything. I feel there is an there is another reason for one one's success, one's failure, one's happiness, one's frustration. Of course, if you are sensible, if you are mature, if you evolve, then you can definitely work on your happiness quotient. But you know, worldly success is something you have to surrender to. You have to just bow down to. So I don't get carried away. I don't take credits. I don't blame other people, or I don't blame myself also for some things that I haven't been able to crack as yet. So I feel when I lead my life, I lead my life one day at a time. I do my work. I don't really think, oh my God, क्या कर दिया मैंने अभी तो ऐसा हो जाएगा. I know some something things that are supposed to work, they work, and things that are not meant to work, they will never work out. So for me, it's the journey of doing that. Actually, lately I have sung some beautiful songs. I just sang a beautiful song yesterday. I sang three songs yesterday. There was one song which I sang beautiful song for Vinod Bhanushali's next film. It's called Sab Moh Maya Hai. It's a beautiful song. It's a theme song of his film. I sang it. I mean, of course, I hope that song becomes a huge hit because it's a beautiful song. Similarly, I sang a beautiful song for this independent song coming out with Prime Focus and Jam 8 together. And one of my life's best songs is coming out in that. So I'm really enjoying singing some great songs these days. But I'm just leaving up to the cosmos, whatever he decides for us. And I know whatever the cosmos decides for me would be great. So for me, doing the job is success by itself.
Talking about great song, you've been associated with some very timeless song, right from Kalona Ho to Sandese Aate Hain.
Yeah,
What according to you make a good song a great song? Is it the voice?
I think it's a combination of everything. A good karmas of everyone: the composer, the lyrics writer, the singer, the producer, the music company, the actors. When it's for a film, so no single person can take credit for it. And if the one who takes credit for it so single-handedly is a fool, I'd say. And I come across a lot of fools in my lives who say that because we are actors, we make your song. Some fools say we are music company people, so we make you. I mean, they don't even have their own lives guarantee in their own hands, but they can make our lives. So, uh, as I said before, one should be scared of taking credits or कि हमने तुमको बनाया. ये तौबा करना चाहिए इस बात से. It's blasphemy. So I feel it's a collective good karmas of everyone involved together. See, a great composition supported by great lyrics, rendered by a great voice, or not even a great voice, an apt voice. Certain songs don't need the greatest of voices, but they need an apt voice. Some songs need they don't need too much maturity. Some songs need a lot of immaturity, rawness in them instead of expertise and polish. So it all depends what the song's requirements are. And when all these requirements are fulfilled, that's when a great song with a great destiny emerges.
So then please give us few lines from any of your song which you feel is the great one.
I have been very fortunate, from slow songs to fast songs to patriotic songs to romantic numbers to semi-classical. Let me sing you a song which I don't sing very often, but of course it's loved by a lot of people. One of my greatest songs is I sung this for Madan Mohan ji's music for the movie Veer Zara. दो पल रुका ख्वाबों का कारवां और फिर चल दिए तुम कहाँ हम कहाँ दो पल की थी ये दिलों की दास्तां, और फिर चल दिए तुम कहाँ हम कहाँ। आ, आ,
Nice. Sonu, you've been singing for the last 40 years and you'll be completing 30 years in Bollywood. You have sang song right from the days of Kumar Sanu to the current Lord. Please give me an honest answer. Have you experienced competition between singers? Or does competition between singers affects you or affected you in any way as an artist?
See, when I came to, I mean, I've been singing on stage from the age of 4, so it's been 44 years. I've been singing professionally. I came to Mumbai exactly 30 years back, September 1991. And of course, when I was younger, I was more competitive because I had stiff competition from my elders, Kumar Shamji, Udit Narayan ji, Abhijita, Vinod Rathod ji, S.P. Balasubramanian ji, Suresh Vadkar ji, Hariharan ji. They were all doing very well before me when I came. So they were my gurus, and at the same time, I had to, you know, confront them. I had to compete with them. But when I started getting a little famous, and then life started getting a little easier. And of course, there were so many singers who came, who joined me. There was Adnan Sami came in front of me, Shan came in front of me, KK came in front of me, Kunal Ganjawala. They all came after me. They all, joined the thing. And thankfully, 99% of the singers, despite being contemporaries, but they all are great friends of mine. I mean, I was just driving back to my house for your interview, and I just encountered Shan in his car, and we stopped on the road just now, about an hour back, and we chatted for like 15 minutes on the road itself in Juhu. So this is the kind of camaraderie we have. When I speak to Adnan and me laugh like crazy. Sometimes he was in Germany, I've been in Dubai, or I've been in India, or whatever. So we have a great camaraderie. So they are competitors, but at the same time, neither of them really take me as competition, honestly, because I give them so much love and so much respect that even if they would want to, they would not want to look at me like a competitor. They always look at me like a friend and someone whom they're sure that he loves them.
So you say you never experienced jealousy among singers.
I don't see singers, I would say, are not mm, as complicated people as probably others are. I have seen sometimes music composers amongst themselves uh, having issues, but singers generally are not. There is going to be, of course, there's going to be some competition, but not really cutthroat. ऐसा बुरा नहीं है.
When you started, you must be having, I think you're still having very busy working schedule. What does time means to you, Sonu?
Oh, उड़ रहा है time. Time is flying. I mean, I've so many of the people whom we have grown up with are dying now. So now we are witnessing people who are whom we are losing gradually. So yeah, every moment I'm someone who keeps thanking God every moment, and I've had a beautiful life, one of the best lives anyone can imagine. I'm still living that life. So there are no complaints, honestly, and I know my time is limited. I know I'm gonna go away someday. And looking at so many people dying around me, I get all the more prepared to die. So time is a blessing, and I value it. I make the most of it these days because of the kind of suddenly the work has started again. So I'm really going crazy, and at this point, I'm being very very disciplined. And my family is also enjoying the fact that I'm so disciplined at this point. I'm sleeping on time, waking up on time, not overeating, not partying, not beating people, just work out, riyaz, and shooting or recordings and all that, or meetings. So I'm at this point, I'm making the most of the time that I have, and I'm really, really valuing it.
You started way back in 90s and you were the singing voice of many big actors like Shah Rukh Khan, Amir Khan, and even for Hrithik Roshan. Do you listen to your own old songs? And how do you see the progression of your voice right from the day you started to now?
See, abhi tak, honestly, Vishal, I'm seeing a lot of improvement in my voice. Abhi tak. But I know there will be a time when I'll have to go downhill because age is like a mountain peak. You have to go up, and then after a certain age, you have to come down. And it has happened with everyone. It happens with everyone. It happened with Lata ji. It happened with Rafi Sahab, Kishore Kumar ji, Asha Bhai. Everybody has to go downhill one day. So I know that. But at this point, when I listen to my older songs, I feel I sing better now. But yes, when I look at the performances in Saregama days when I was saying live, I wonder how I got that acumen at that tender age to learn songs instantly and deliver it. Do 3 episodes, 3 episodes of talking throughout the day, hosting the show, start beginning the show with a song, ending the show with another song, and in between talking and uh, you know uh, introducing people, introducing the show, conducting the entire. So I feel youth has its own fire, and although I still feel that I'm pretty energetic for my age, but I do like the fact that I never understood how well I was singing when I was in my 20s. I never. Now I feel that I was doing wonders at that age. At that point, I didn't know that I was doing so well.
10 years back, you must have said my best is yet to come. Is the answer still the same?
I'd say my best is coming a lot. I mean, as I said, the song that is going to come out with Prime Focus and Jam 8, you must listen to the song. I just sang a song for Jagjit Singh's tribute for Tips, Badi Nazuk Se. But people are going crazy about that song. People, Badi Nazuk Se hai, Badi Nazuk hai ye manzil, Mohabbat ka safar hai. Uh, so I think I'm doing a very good job, and my best is coming out now. Uh, and let's see if there is more in store. I've just shot a video for an English song called Hall of Fame. You watch that out, then you'll know. That's something, some other level of singing.
There's a very famous dialogue from the film Spider-Man that with great power comes great responsibility. While you've been utilizing your influence quite responsibly, uh, you, of course, acted last year in a short film titled Spotless, which tells the story of an acid attack survivor. Was that issue prompted you to act in that film?
Yeah, because I have known someone. In fact, one of my vlogs I mentioned about this. I knew somebody called Anil Patilji. He used to be one of the engineers in Sunny Super Sound, which is Sunny Studio in Juhu. It's not it's not any it's not a sound recording studio anymore. It's a theater now. But we used to record a lot of songs back then. Anil Patil ji once came to me and he said his daughter was an acid survivor. Acid survivor, and she was not getting justice. And the guy who threw acid on her was free. He was roaming around free. He was not convicted and all. So I could see him crying, and he would discuss with me. He would ask, seek my help. I couldn't help him at that point too much because I didn't really know the judiciary or something. I didn't know what I could do at that point. So, but that वो चीज मेरे दिल में हमेशा रह गई थी. And when Saurabh Pandey came and narrated me the story, I thought maybe it's a karmic sign है कि तू उस समय तुम कुछ नहीं कर सके, but at least through your short film you'll be able to send a message. And that film got a lot of respect. It was a very simple film, not really. It was not lavishly made or something, but it won a lot of awards, and I got some awards for acting in that film.
You're somebody who's worked very closely with Gulshan Kumar. There's a biopic which is being made on Gulshan ji. What
Mm.
what is your most enduring memory of Gulshan Kumar?
Many though, in fact, in this biopic, Bhushan has sent his people to my house about 3 years back, and I had given them a lot of inputs about Gulshan ji and how he was as a person, because Bhushan hardly saw him at work. It was me who saw him at work. So we are the ones who actually dealt with him when he was working. Bhushan, Nanu must have seen him in his home zone, but he never saw him how uh, his attitude at work or his exuberance at work and how he spoke and how he dealt with people. So I gave them a lot of insight, to his working, to his personality, as Gulshan Kumar that we knew. So yeah, I have a lot of respect for him. I have a lot of beautiful memories with him. I still have his picture hanging on the wall of my entrance hall. So he will always live in my heart.
So
In my
share
heart.
the story of Gulshan ji.
there's no particular such story, and he would just, whenever I would, like, he would be walking, the entrance of, he would be walking, suppose with, like, maybe Ajit Kohli ji or somebody else. The moment he would see me, "Arey Sonu, Sonu," he would then hold me. और कैसे हैं जी आप? और सब ठीक चल रहा है आपका? हैं? गाने वाने गा रहे हैं बाहर आप? और क्या चल रहा है? और क्या चल रहा है? और क्या बताइए? हैं? पैसे वैसे मिल रहे हैं आपको यहाँ पे? कम दे रहे हैं? कोहली, तुम इनको पैसे कम तो नहीं दे रहे? तो कोहली बोलते हैं, हाँ इतने दे रहा हूँ। अरे इतना कम दे रहे हो यार, ओफो, आपको तो इतने कम दे रहे हो। अच्छा थोड़ा बढ़ाओ बढ़ाओ, पैसे बढ़ाओ इनके। तो ही वॉज अ लार्ज हार्टेड पर्सन दैट वे, much more large hearted than Bhushan.
Sonu Nigam, thank you so much for your time. And in the end, may I please
Mhm.
request you to give us few lines from your song Abhi Mujh Mein from the film Agnipath?
अब है सामने, इसे छू लो जरा, मर जाऊं या जी लूं जरा, अभी मुझ में कहीं बाकी थोड़ी सी है जिंदगी। थैंक यू।